So hey guys, today's a new video, and really I'm sorry that I haven't been, making a video, been making the video I promised yesterday. Quite honestly, I was really busy, stupidly so. It was Saturday, Friday I wasn't supposed to go to work, but once again, I think I told you last video, I had to go at 3. I ended up forgetting to upload the video up until I realized, oh, hey, my phone isn't saying that it's been uploaded, so I checked on YouTube, and apparently I forgot to, just before I went to sleep, so I had to upload that. There was the whole mess with that. I had to wait until I got to work because the Wi-Fi is a lot faster over there, so, faster uploads. I got to work, it was 3 in the afternoon. I got out of work at around 12, possibly 1 uh, in the morning, and I still stayed there. A little bit talking. Part of it was work. The other part was talking. Still stayed there another 3 hours. So I basically got out of work at after 12 hours of like solidly being there. So I mean that was fun. So yeah, it's been a little hectic for me once again. So yeah, I mean, sorry about that. So I promised today that I was gonna make a video about I do believe it was, what do you call it? Obito and Kakashi. So here's the thing. I realized that, hey, I fucking forgot that I had this thing on. This here, right here. So if I switch on my team, it's gonna be a mess. But what I can do is I can switch out the right Kage, and I can switch out Hinata and like put those two guys in, and yeah. So I mean, unless it's somebody who's stupidly overpowered, nobody will really be able to touch me. And so yeah, there's Kakashi and Obito. I mean, their skills, their items, everything about them is really basic, I suppose. Well, to me at the very least. Um, so yeah, Kakashi and Obito Uchiha, they're very similar cards but at the same time very different. Now we have to keep in mind that they have a lot of items, more than some actually. Um, so the items that they actually do share some items now that I think about it and I recall. They do share some items, so there's that. But here we go. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna click on Obito. So Obito has 5 items, I believe. Those being the Soda no Noboko, the Sasori's ring. Unfortunately, I don't have that item, so I can't show it. He has the Three Tomo mask. He also has the Akatsuki's cloak, and I need to get it from Orochimaru. He has the Akatsuki's cloak, and then finally he has the Mangekyo Sharingan, which I also need to get from Orochimaru. Or Jiraiya at the very least. There we go. He has that, he has that, she has that, he has that. That's... I'm missing one Mangekyo Sharingan, but I'm fairly sure I have it on the right Kage. There we go. So yeah, those are his items as of right now. He has 5 items, technically 6 items, 7 if you include the Flame Ichiwa and you also include the Madara Circular Magatama fan. Now the Circular Magatama fan is more of a defensive type thing. Same thing with the Flame Ichiwa. What it does is with the normal attack, it provides a shield towards Madara or Obito, and that shield reflects back any skills that are thrown at Obito. Keep in mind, for the Flame Ichiwa, it's only with the normal attack, so just a normal hit. But for the Madara Circular Magatama fan, that one, it needs to be released through it. It only provides that shield through the release of the unique skill. So yeah. Personally, I like to use the Sword no Noboko. That one's mostly for offensive. It's basically a very good item, as you can see, level 122, tier 4. It gives you 67k ninjutsu defense, 72k ninjutsu attack, 51k hits. Excuse me. And then if you equip it to Obito, he gets an extra 25k ninjutsu attack, 56k HP, 30k hits, and also the ability to replace his normal attack with attack that does real damage. in a line. So it's basically like the Chidori from Sasuke. Only difference is that it deals true damage, and well, Obito doesn't deal as much damage as Sasuke. So yeah, that's with him. And as you can see here, these are only 4 items, and he has a lot very high stats. 544k ninjutsu attack, 123k genjutsu attack, 427k ninjutsu defense, 294k hit, and yeah, very powerful. So he has quite a few unique skills. Quite honestly, the best one for damage is the small-tailed beast ball. That's the one that you get by the time you get to 6th Path Obito, which is the final form of the purple card Obito. So small-tailed beast ball. So a lot of people just think that it does damage and provides something called a buff. What do you call it? A weakening. Uh, and it does do that, but it also does something that most people don't realize, which it removes a buff. Now, what that means, so say that Naruto has 4 shadow clones. If the small-tailed beast ball decides to remove the buff off of Naruto, then the shadow clones are going to be gone, and I mean Naruto's going to take damage obviously, but it does remove buffs, so it's got that going for it. Now he has quite a few active skills, those being the Kamui Lightning Cutter and then the active skill Kamui. It's right over here. The active skill Kamui is really rare now. Mangekyo Kamui. It's one of those skills that you really only could have gotten when you were there. As far as I know, they haven't released it again. It's a very good active skill, but it's once again it's for older players. If you weren't there, they're more than likely not going to release it again. So as you can see here, his passives are the Tentail Jinjuriki. Now this is a very powerful passive, very deadly in PvP also, because if Obito releases it and it manages to silence your enemies, 5 rounds, like I said last video, is an eternity in PvP. And it seals passives, it seals weapons, it seals actives, it seals unique skills, everything. So I mean, basically just makes it so they don't have any bonuses, at least as far as it comes to skills and such. So I mean, it's a very good skill to have. It also does very little damage, believe it or not. It doesn't do that much, quite honestly. But the bonuses that it gives you are quite nice. 68k ninjutsu attack, 81k ninjutsu defense, 92k HP at level 105. Then there's the 6th Path, 10 Tails Coffin Seal, Obito. Now what this does, it weakens your enemy's damage towards the front row, or the damage taken by the front row. And as far as I can tell, the more ninjutsu attack that you have, the better it works, if that makes sense. It's not very useful, honestly, as far as I can tell. I mean, it certainly works, I suppose, but I've seen better skills, and either way, it's actually very good to have this passive equipped to Obito, just because of its bonuses. It gives you chakra recovery, it gives you HP, it gives you dodge, it gives you ninjutsu defense, it gives you a lot of things. It also gives you hit, as you can see. It gives you ninjutsu attack, ninjutsu defense, chakra recovery, HP, hit, dodge, and you're immune to the Tentail Seal. So if another Obito attacks you with the Tentails and he manages to, I don't know, put on the releases passive, your Obito is immune to that. Even if he gets hit, he is immune to that seal. So I mean, it's a good defense, I suppose, against the Tentail's Jinjuriki passive if you're going up against another player. Now the Kamui Lightning Cutter is very good. It's very good for PvP and PvE, I guess. Yeah, PvP. Because it stuns the entire enemy team, and it also has a very high possibility to stop them from releasing their passive skills. So I mean, it's just very good overall. So yeah, that's Obito. I mean, those are his skills. His items are explained the Sword on Noboko. Now the Mangekyo Sharingan tier 4. Basically at level 122, 68k ninjutsu attack, 89k genjutsu attack, 20 card that you equip it to. If you equip it to Obito or Kakashi, they each get 23k hits, 71k HP, and they also get a skill called Kamui. What it does, it just selects one enemy and it stops them from moving from 3 rounds. I think it releases every single time you use your unique skill, but I'm not quite sure. But there's also the Akatsuki's Cloak. As you can see, level 129. Level 120, tier 4, 129k stamina to any card you equip it to. If you equip it to anybody in the Akatsuki, you get an extra 85k HP and 10k ninjutsu defense, and the skill called Akatsuki, which reduces your own damage your own damage taken when it's released. So that's good. And then there's a 3-tomo mask, level 120, tier 4, 87k stamina, 75k ninjutsu defense, 20 card. And then if you equip it to Obito Uchiha, he gets an extra 59k ninjutsu defense, 44k HP, and he also gets a skill called Inazagi. Now, what it does is essentially once Obito gets to 0 HP, it keeps him alive with 1 HP left. So it just stops him from dying once. Then there's Kakashi right over here. Go ahead and equip the Mangekyo Sharingan. Gonna go ahead and equip the Ichi of Paradise, and then finally need to go get the Jonin armor from Mike Guy. No, that's Jonin armor Youth. Who the hell has the other Jonin armor then? I think it might be Hashirama has Jonin armor. Wait, I think I have 2 Jonin armors. Somebody else has another Jonin armor. Just give me a second while I find it. Sorry about this, guys, but I was woefully unprepared for making a video. Let's see, you're gonna skip past these guys because obviously they can't have it on. Oh, here we go. That's where it was at. Yeah, see, I knew I had a level 120 Jonin armor. I just didn't know where. So, as you can see here, level 120 Jonin armor. So yeah, let's start off with Kakashi now, I guess. First of all, his skills and then his items. So as you can see here, he has quite a few uniques, just like Obito. Now, in my opinion, the best one is Thunder Spreading, simply because it stuns the front row as long as you hit. And it reduces dodge from your enemies automatically, unless they have the immunity debuffs icon, in which case it doesn't affect them because they're immune to debuffs. But either way, if they don't have that, their dodge is reduced. So yeah, he has combat order, which is good also. I mean, if you want to boost up your ninjutsu attack, but I personally don't use it. Same thing, Lightning Kamui Lightning Cutter. So he has Itachi Susano Kakashi. Now, what this does is basically just before you're attacked by a unique skill or active skill, Kakashi releases the Susano. Now, what the Susano does is, excuse me, it increases Kakashi's defense for ninjutsu attack and taijutsu attack drastically, making it so Kakashi is mostly immune to debuffs as far as I know, and hardly takes any damage in that form, as long as it's ninjutsu attack or taijutsu attack. He still is very weak to genjutsu attack, but I mean there's very few cards that can actually deal enough genjutsu attack to Kakashi in this form to kill him outright. Now, this form does have a weakness up against Madara Uchiha that has the Moon Eye skin and skill, which is a nativity of trees, I believe, or a world of trees. Against the Madara Uchiha with this skill, he still has a chance to die because it uses true damage, and true damage just ignores all defenses. So Kakashi still has a chance to die. Same thing up against Obito with his true damage, and same thing up against the Jiraiya and Naruto combination card. If he doesn't have enough dodge, he can die because the true damage will just kill him and ignoring all of his defenses. Either way, it's a very good skill. Its only downsides are that being weak to true damage and genjutsu attack, and the fact that, honestly, once it releases this shield or this form, Kakashi can't use his unique skills. He can't use his taijutsu attack, his active skill. He can't use his unique skill, and depending on what you're using him for, that could be very deadly towards you. But yeah, so once you equip it, he gets an extra 45k ninjutsu defense, 53k hit, 53k attack, ninjutsu attack, and 79k HP. Now, as you can see here, oh, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say, as you can see here, it adds in more things, but I just read it, and no, it does not. It only gives those 3 bonuses. So this is a level 105 skill, so gold Kakashi, as you can obviously know. So we have Earth Release, Earth Style Wall. Wait, Earth Release, yeah, Earth Release, Earth Style Wall. So, this is another defensive skill for Kakashi. What it does, it provides a shield, kind of like the Slug Sakura shields, where it's immune to any damage or skill, but it's still vulnerable up against debuffs. So it releases this skill right, again, sorry, it releases the skill for the back row. So man, yeah, I mean, this is actually one of the viable defenses up against true damage, because even though the shield is in, it's because of the shield is in place, because the true damage doesn't usually carry any debuffs such as shadow clones, fire damage, or stuff like that. Um, Kakashi is safe behind the shield, and since it's just damage, it won't do anything to Kakashi. So I mean, this is something that can help you out. Now, if you equip it to Kakashi, he gets an extra 79k dodge, 81k ninjutsu attack, and 71k HP. So the bonuses are very nice too. So yeah, now onto his items. As you can see here, there's the Mysterious Mask, tier 4. Um, Basically, it's yeah, just for defense. But once you get it to tier 4, if you equip it to Kakashi, he gets an extra skill called Thunder Spreading Second Style. And what that does, it does an AoE attack up against your enemies. Doesn't do that much damage, but depending against who you're going up against, it's very useful. So exclusive equipment and increases. Sorry. So at tier 4, level 120, it gives you 101k ninjutsu defense, 20 card you equip it to. If you equip it to Kakashi, he gets that skill that I just mentioned previously, and he also gets 12k ninjutsu attack, 61k ninjutsu defense, and yeah, that's really about it. Then there's the Jonin armor. Now the Jonin armor is a little bit special because you can equip it to either Might Guy or Kakashi. This Jonin armor, the version of this at the very least, is more useful on Kakashi because it provides ninjutsu attack, whereas the other one provides taijutsu attack, so it's more useful for Kakashi. So as you can see at level 120 tier 4, it gives you 50k ninjutsu defense, 54k ninjutsu attack, and 62k stamina. Now, that's if you equip it to any card. Now, if you equip it to Might Guy or Kakashi, they get an extra 38k HP, 25k ninjutsu attack, and 19k ninjutsu defense. So it's a very good item to have. Then there's the Mangekyo Sharingan tier 4. I already explained that for Obito, but once again, quickly. Tier 4, level 120, it gives you 67k ninjutsu attack, 88k genjutsu attack to any card you equip it to, and if you equip it to Obito or Kakashi, they each get 23k hits and 71k HP. And they also randomly release the skill called Kamui after you release your unique skill, which freezes an enemy for 3 rounds. Now we have the Ichiichi Paradise tier 4. At level 120, it gives you 80k ninjutsu attack, which is very good because that's for any card you equip it to. But if you equip it to Kakashi, he gets an extra 42k ninjutsu attack and 43k HP. He also gets a skill called 1000 Years of Death. I'm not quite sure what it does, but apparently it increases your own taijutsu attack with your ninjutsu attributes. So the more ninjutsu attack you have, the more taijutsu damage Kakashi will do after you release your unique skill. Then there's finally the White Fang. Now, I know a lot of people are very hesitant to get the White Fang to tier 4. Because it only gives you taijutsu attack if you equip it to anybody but Kakashi. But as you can see here, at tier 4, level 120, it gives you 148k taijutsu attack. Now, if you equip it to Kakashi, he gets an extra 106k ninjutsu attack, 33k hit, and also a skill called Konohana White Fang. Konoha White Fang. And what that does, same thing as 1,000 Years of Death. It uses your taijutsu, your ninjutsu attributes to enhance your taijutsu attack. So yeah, those are all 5 of Kakashi's items. Yeah, can't really think of anything else for him. This is a CP, 30 million CP, and then Obito 3.5 million CP. Yeah, 3 million CP in total, I guess. You can just say it for, so there's no point. So yeah, those two complement each other, I suppose. Gonna put the Curse of the Wrath on him, and unequip that from him, and put the Curse of the Wrath on him. So once again, if you can get Obito to release his unique skill, he becomes very powerful. Now keep in mind, once again, I still need another, I guess, another item for Obito. Still missing it. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that, I guess, because eventually I will get it. Sorry I'm being so quiet, it's just that I'm equipping some stuff on here. 3.6, 3.4. The reason Obito gets more CP is because of the items that I equipped. But yeah, 512k hit on Obito, which is very good. So yeah, let's see how they do in battle, I guess. So let's try out Renengan, which is one of the harder fights in the new dungeons. So as you can see here, Zetsu obviously. But here we go. So as you can see, these two versions of Kakashi and Obito, they deal quite a bit of damage just generally. But as you can see, the lightning cutter also deals a decent amount of damage. Obviously, they're still chipping away at what's his name, this guy's health. But yeah, as you can see here, Obito released the front row thing, and Kakashi released the back row thing, and everybody's alive. So I mean, a team like this with Kakashi and Obito usually has the ability to take down just about anybody and everybody. So with the Susanoo on Kakashi, he actually deals a lot more damage when it comes to taijutsu attack, simply because he has the Susanoo equipped to him. And yeah, so the battle should just about be over. So I got a liquor, but yeah, I mean, Kakashi and Obito are very good cards. What the fuck happened here? Why did that happen? That sucks. These guys used to be so much harder. But whatever, I guess. So once again, just to emphasize, these guys can deal damage. Honestly, if you have these guys as a team for the Ninja World War, these two guys, just put in Kakashi first and then Obito. If you can get them to release their unique skills every other turn, you have a very good, strong formation for the Ninja World War. Obviously, they're not my most powerful cards because, well, I went from nearly 34 million CP to 32.4 million CP. But I mean, eventually there's going to be a combination card involving both of them. And the combination card, at the very least, should have a good 4.5 million CP at the very least. I'm very, very much so lowballing when it comes to that. So yeah, I mean, once again, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's really about it for the video. Not much else to talk about, quite honestly. gonna go ahead and unequip these items because my other cards need these items for themselves, and these guys don't need them because I hardly ever use them. I have Itachi to do basically all that they do. Which is not to say that Itachi is stronger than both of them. It's just that I used Itachi for the Ninja World War, and that's what they would be the most useful for, at least to me, for me actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the daily Q&A in a second, but first I'm gonna go ahead and get my team back up to snuff. I know I'm forgetting some stuff to equip it to equip to these guys because I should be a little bit stronger than what I am. Think not last video, but beforehand I did reach a good 34 million worth of CP for my team. But right now I'm almost hesitant to say that I'm stuck at, what do you call it, at 33.9 million. Yeah, I'm very close to 34 million. Could have sworn I got to 34 million last time, but apparently I'm stuck at 33. Which is weird, but you know, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually. Just trying to see what I'm forgetting. Venus Flytrap. Yeah, everything's level 122. 122. All of the maxed out items, like Guy's Scarf, have the armlets. And Konohana Headband, Hinata. Sword no Nabucco, Black Labarette, Hand-Knitted Scarf, Sandals here for Black Rod Madara. Yatarakatsu, Hand-Knitted Scarf, Konohana Headband, Black Rod, First Hokage's Necklace, 7th Hokage's Cloak. Oh, that's what I was fucking up with. The Geta should actually not be on Naruto. Should actually enhance these quickly. The lightweight pants should be on Naruto. There we go, that's what I was missing. I was like, wait, there's something wrong here, and I can't quite put my finger on it. But there we go, that's what was up. But yeah, just checking these guys hit because hit is very important. And it's a pain in the arse if you can't get it right later. I'm actually going to go ahead and equip this to this guy. Change, and nope, Demon Fox Cloak, there we go. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that explained Obito and Kakashi as a showcase. Can't do it individually because once again, I'm in the Ninja World War right now. Don't want to lose my whatchamacallit. Yeah, see, somebody attacked me. Obviously they failed. But I mean, don't want to lose my mind because my mind, that's long gone. Don't want to lose my mind because well, it'd be bad. I don't want that to happen. I'm very close to Diamond Sakura. I just need 300 more Will of Fire, which, you know, it's not gonna be that hard. 2 more weeks at the most. So yeah, let's go to YouTube. And which reminds me, I really need to lower the volume for this because I don't want, not complaints, but I don't want to hurt anybody because I forgot to. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and here we go, and there we go. We're gonna put pause on that, and we're gonna go down here. What do you do with recharge coupons? Ethan, okay, so Ethan, normally, well, I'm gonna explain for both, actually, not just you. For me, normally I just kind of wait, save them up, because I've gotten just about all of the cards you can grind out manually. The only one I'm missing is Darui, and I'm taking my sweet time with it. But usually I just kind of use them whenever the heck there is an event that you need to do dungeons to get collection boxes. Like, for example, Itachi's birthday, I use them for those, and stuff like that. Otherwise, I don't bother using them, just saving them up. So yeah. Now for you, yeah, just pick a item that you really need, or that you find tedious to do manually, and use them all up, basically. You should record more gold openings now and then. It was really interesting and a change from the routine. Yeah, sure. I'll do that tomorrow, question mark, if I have the time. I'm sorry, it's because I have to go to work today at 5 in the afternoon. Because the program that I used to work with is going to be down for the entire morning, so that's why I can't go in a little bit, because that program's going to be down. So I'm gonna have to go until 5. I'm gonna have to wait until 5 in the afternoon and then go to work. So when I come back from that, if I still have energy, I'll do the video for then, and I'll do like a 2,000 gold chest opening, I suppose. I mean, part of the reason I kind of don't like those is because it's really me just rambling on, which some of you may say, okay, what the fuck's the difference? You always ramble on in these videos. The thing is that it feels awkward then there. As weird as that sounds, because it's just me kind of doing commentary, I suppose, over the openings. Which, I mean, I know I'm not going to get anything useful, as fucked up as that sounds. Like, sure, I'll get some items for pills, but really, I don't particularly need them. But yeah, sure, I'll do it tomorrow. So yeah. What cards do you recommend for a team, not including only event only, and I can't get because I'm fairly new? Um, Ethan, work on Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. You don't need an event to get them. It just takes a really long time to train them up to anything worthwhile. But yeah, the Team 7 bonus just for having a green card Naruto, green card Sasuke, and a green card Sakura is really amazing. Especially if you manage to use the bonus for ninjutsu attack, because Sasuke does like 30,000 damage right off the bat when you pair him up with Naruto when he releases his unique skill. Naruto, if you train him up to his third form, I believe, with Rasengan Naruto, he does even more damage. Not that much more damage, but I think he does like 15,000 worth of damage, which right now to a lot of people are like, that's not a lot, but when you're barely beginning, that is quite a lot. What's a good way to beat the 8 tails now? Or are your old videos still the way to go? What's his face? Orochimaru's son. So you got him, and while it does double my DPS, he only does 2 to 3 on average. And almost always gives you a Grey Curse heal on one ninja. Hey, Zerth. But yeah. Or, what's his face? Mitsuki, he's an okay card. I mean, he's mostly there for CP. He's not as good as Orochimaru because he can't release the curse seal constantly, but it's something, I guess, that he can actually do it, especially for those people who don't have the ability or the time or inclination to get Orochimaru. Because when Mitsuki came out, he was essentially free if you had a decent team and had a lot of stamina, which is what I had. 24-3 is literally fucked. I already beat it already, but it just got loads the background, so there's nothing. So that's neat. Oh, okay. So I don't know. Send an email to the devs, I guess, because with whenever they update the game or the app, which this is I think the third time they've done it, with the game and the app itself, like they have a very shitty history when it comes to updates. There's always been like a lot of different how shall I put this? Bugs in the game when it comes to updates. I mean, very rarely are they something beneficial to like the player itself, but usually it really is just because they fuck up or something along those lines, and it ends up fucking up a lot of people. Like I think I just heard that the a certain clan, I think it was in level, not level in the server, just got to like level 16, level 14 clan, and that completely fucked over whoever was in the clan because whenever they try to open the, what do you call it, the excuse me, whenever they try to open the game, they the game itself froze. So I mean, really, I know, Scott, it's frustrating and such, but it's nothing new, and I really have no power over that. It's, I mean, you guys, if you guys get en masse and like send them an email, they're not gonna, hop to it, but at least they're gonna do something. You guys are the ones who really have the power here. And should I upgrade my Zabuza to Diamond? I already have Haku Diamond. Yeah, the collection bonuses for that collection itself is really good. So if you can, just go ahead and do it. MTG Celestia question, I guess. Is a sort of the Kusanagi any skill? At tier 4, depends on which one you're talking about. Izarith is right. There's two different swords of Kusanagi. One is for Sasuke, and one is a normal sword of Kusanagi, which both Sasuke and Orochimaru can use. Now, the normal one, it does release a secondary skill, and that secondary skill does an AoE damage on everybody, but the damage is not very good. It's very low, honestly. But the Sword of Kusanagi, for Sasuke, that one does release Chidori, which can do a very, very large amount of damage. So, yeah. What are good sealers? I have Sage Mode, Kabuto, Chojiro, the Human Path, Hinata, Neji, who else? Mitsuki, I believe. Uh, what's his name? The Raikage. Um, who else? Kitsuchi. No, yeah, Kuratsuchi. I think that's her name. Is it Kuratsuchi? Yeah, let me check. Yeah, Kuratsuchi, Obito, Nagato, Gara, who else? Kinkaku and Ginkaku, they can seal. Um, Kisame, but you need to have him gold, and you need to have the skin, which is a gold reward. So I mean, yeah. Mifune is a good sealer also, but you need to have him gold once again, or at least have his tier 4 item. The armor. Yeah, there's a lot of sealers, but a lot of them are very high level and usually very, very pricey. Let's see. How do I find the app? I had it, now I can't find it again. It's called Demon Fox now. As you can see, they changed the name and the app thing. So if it's still in the store, that's how you're gonna find it. Hey Luis, I don't know if you know yet, but I figured that you can keep your passive and active skills even if you switch out the current bloodlines that require for them. Don't know if that messes up anything, but it can come in handy in a way and a lot in the long run. But yeah, by the way, I like your vids, very informative on the game. Thank you, Mario. But yeah, I've known that for quite some time actually. Yes, see, that's what I like about comments because something that I just kind of take for granted that I say, oh, okay, this is how this works and this is how it goes. Somebody else might not know this, and because I didn't mention it, thinking it was very common knowledge, I failed to cover something that I really should have. But yeah, if you can switch out the bloodlines as long as you get the correct bloodlines to equip the item on, the skill that you want on. You can switch them and you won't lose the skill, as you can see here. For water release horn, you actually need the bloodlines. Let me find them right. Find it right over here. Let me see if I can find the fucking active skill. Excuse me, freaking. Yeah, there you go. The freaking active skill. So yeah, for these two, you need the water release times 4 and taijutsu times 2. As you can see here, all I have on this Zetsu is the Force of Yin Yang Zetsu. So I mean, as long as you have the bloodlines to equip it and use the bloodlines to equip it, once you equip it, you can change the bloodlines to whatever you want. And it won't affect you negatively. Now, if you unequip it and then try to re-equip it without the bloodlines there, it's not going to work. But you can just switch the bloodlines back to what they're supposed to be and go ahead and equip it back on. How can you get Minato or Madara? Do you have to buy them? Essentially, Oscar. Minato is technically free, I suppose, but it's it's a very big technicality. I mean, you can buy him with gold, I guess, his training materials once you get him up to a certain point, because you can get those training materials from the shop. As you can see, Ninetales Yin Chakra, this is what you need to train up Minato to bronze, silver, gold. But the problem with that is that they each cost 1,000 gold. And unless you have a good, let's see, it's 60 to get him to his final form, and then 30 before that to get him to the second form. So that's 90 just to get him to his final purple card form. That's 90 Yin Chakra to get him to his final purple card form. To get Minato to his gold form, you need another 200 and it's 30 for bronze, 60 for silver, and then 90 for gold. So yeah, you need another 180. Yeah, I believe 180 yin chakra just to get all the way up to gold. After you've already gotten 90 yin chakra. So I mean, if you were to just to buy that, even at half price, that would cost you a good what? Wow, I'm really having a hard time with this. Well, not a hard time. It's just that I'm lazy. Could probably bother to think about it, but I don't want to. Divided by 2. So yeah, I mean, well, I'm really working off of like 2 brain cells right about now. So yeah, it's is it 27,000? No, that's for 27. Okay, there we go. Divided by 2. Yeah, it'd still take you 135k worth of gold just to get a free Minato. To buy all of those freaking yin chakras. Sorry if I seem stupid right now, but I'm kind of tired, ironically enough. And I'm just being lazy too. So, yeah. Let's see. Where was I? I'm farming the father and son skin for Naruto. After that, should I go for Indra Sasuke? Or do you recommend something else? My CP is 5 million. I don't spend money on the game. Indra Sasuke is fine. It's a very good skin to have and skill. So yeah, Indra Sasuke is fine. SG reloads. What do you do with recharge coupons? I could have sworn I just answered this question. I hate it when the freaking comments move because later I'm like, wait, I swear to God I answered this. I feel like they move. I could just be losing my mind. But, yeah. Let's see. I need help. I want a stronger team. My current team is recurring Obito, Hinata Bronze, Time Space Kamui Kakashi, 100 Sakura, Gold Naruto, and Eternal Mangekyo, Sharingan Sasuke, 1.28 million CP. Any suggestions? Um, depends on what kind of strong you want, because if you want more damage output, then get the strongest father and son skin for Naruto. If you want more CP, save up gold and then get the items for Naruto or Sasuke whenever they come up. Work on training them up to diamond if possible. For example, Sasuke, try to get him to his final form. Same thing with Obito, try to get him to 6th path. Hinata, same thing, get her to gold. So yeah, it's just pick a card to gold and work on it. Is it worth getting the reanimated Itachi that drops at 17-6? If you have him, could you do a quick showcase, show his skins if he has any? He's not really worth it. The only reason you would need him is because you get a free Nagato if you have him in your team, along with like 7 different Akatsuki members. In regards to the Kamui Lightning Cutter strategy for Ninja World War, can you stun lock and with only one of the pair Kakashis and Obito, or do you absolutely need them both? You can stun lock with just one, but the problem is halfway through the battle. I'm not quite sure what round Kakashi or Obito, whichever you choose to use. There's gonna be one round where they can't release it, and that's gonna end up with, at the very least, the back row being unstunned for one round. And in the Ninja World War, especially at higher floors, that's completely deadly. You could just be like, "Fuck it, I feel lucky," but sometimes you are not lucky and you die. So Kakashi and Obito just to be safe. But if you really don't want to use both, you can choose one or the other. Although I would personally recommend Kakashi. What does Dress Hinata do, and how can we have those badges to buy equipment in the shop? So Dress Hinata, she has a skill. Quick showcase of it, I suppose. As you can see, this is my Hinata. You might not recognize her simply because I have a skin on her, but that is my Diamond Hinata Hyuga. So the first attack that you're going to see, that's what she does. So we're going to go ahead and go to Death of Sasuke. So let's get this quickly over with. These guys should not be able to kill him in round 1 at the very least. I hope. Okay, yeah, they're fine. So that's the skill. Anything else after that's just passive and active skills and unique skill. Not unique. Um, Anything else after that first attack is just other stuff that I got throughout the time. But yeah, that's what it does. Gentle Fist, White Heavenly Dance, deals taijutsu damage to all targets, also decreases ninjutsu defense and taijutsu defense of your enemies. It has a chance to stop chakra recovery of your targets. So yeah, that's what it does. Hmm. Why are some of your videos 7020p and why are them some 360p? Really, that's just because where I upload them and how shitty my internet is. Sometimes I upload these in like fucking 15 minutes and I'm like, sweet. Other times it takes 4 hours. So yeah, my Wi-Fi is fucked. That's why I usually like to upload when I'm at work. Uh, but when I can't, I just have to start uploading right after I finish the video. Otherwise, you guys are gonna get it until like 10 in the afternoon after I finish recording. Not 10 in the afternoon, 10 in the morning after I finish recording at 6 in the morning. So yeah. How good is Obito weapon to get to tier 3? Also having a gold Obito, I will be getting the Magatama fan after the event. Is it worth it to get? Because I'm pretty sure they're in the same slot. Um, it's good. The Magatama fan. It's not as good as the Sword no Noboko in my opinion. But it's good. I mean, especially if you're gonna work on getting Madara Uchiha, you can just equip that to Madara. It's better than the Flame Ichiwa at the very least. The Flame Ichiwa is very offensive. It's mostly for ninjutsu attack and dealing damage, whereas the Magatama fan is really for CP and defense. And the what do you call it? The not the Sorno no Boko is for what do you call it? It's for offense and CP. Yo, dude, have you researched other combo cards? I'm very interested in the Minato Tobi card. Just wondering for input slash speculation on future combination cards. Um, Honestly, Rit, I'm kind of scared to even think about future combination cards because, I mean, the ones that we have right now are pretty fucking pricey. And I can't imagine, like, how much more they're going to be for the really good ones. Like, I mean, these are good, don't get me wrong, these are powerful. But compared to some of the combination cards that I know, not the, yeah, compared to some of the combination cards that the Chinese servers have, these are pathetic. As fucked up as it sounds, these are really cheap, really easy to get. I mean, a lot of you mentioned this, but during the Naruto Hinata combination card, um, beforehand, you could have gotten the um, Naruto Hinata combination card in Chinese servers for 100 gold. So I mean, that just says how much further along they are than us. So I mean, yeah, I mean, the Toby Minato combination card sounds pretty cool, but I kind of just cringe internally at the thought of how much it's gonna cost, because I know for a fact some of them are gonna get into the hundred, two, three, possibly one, even $1,000 range. So yeah, that's really all I have to say or really know about them. And thanks, and do you know how to get past 15-6 with 6 pains? I have Amaterasu Sasuke, Slug Sakura, Sage Naruto, Hanzo, 100 Galeface, Hinata, Kamui Kakashi. Switch out Hinata, she's not very good at that point. But I would recommend putting in Slug Sakura first. Also, try to get the Curse Seal of Wrath level 5 on all of your cards. It's really going to help you out for damage. Upgrade Kakashi's Kamui skill higher. The higher you go, the more damage you're going to deal with it. So yeah. How do we get Hashirama Senju? Through an event, honestly. Who has a word soul bloodline? That would be Ginkaku and Ginkaku. Only as far as I know. There could be others, but I'm not quite sure whether there are not. If you're curious, this is the soul bloodline right over here. Ten toes, that's the word soul's bloodline. So yeah, that's really about it for this video. Sorry if it seems a little lackluster, but just really been busy lately. Hopefully they'll calm down soon enough. But it's work and it's life, I guess. What is it? From Rick and Morty. What's his face? Somebody said it. Life is effort, and I'll stop trying when I die. That's how I feel sometimes. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a thumbs down if you don't. Man, that feels awkward to say. I'll just go back to what I used to say. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you don't. I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video, hopefully. Once again, I'm sorry for skipping out yesterday, but I was just piled up, basically. So, yeah, bye.